Welcome to SDLT Check. In this video, we'll walk through the platform end-to-end, from setting up your account and adding users with different levels of permission to creating your first case, completing the questionnaire on your client's behalf, and reading the report. We'll also cover your profile, account settings, and the options for integrating SDLT Check with your own systems. When a member of the SDLT Check team sets your firm up on the platform, your first step is to log in. The very first time, use the Magic Link option on the login page. Enter your email address in the field here and click Send Magic Link. A secure link is sent to your inbox straight away and remains valid for 15 minutes. Open the email, click the link, and you're in. On your first login, you'll be invited to set a password. From then on, you can sign in with that password or carry on using the Magic Link whenever you prefer, whichever suits you. The first time you sign in as an administrator, you'll be asked to complete your firm's billing details and add a payment method. Click Begin Setup to start. Enter your company's legal name, its trading name, and a billing email. This is the address we'll use for all billing correspondence. You can add an optional billing phone number and your company registration number. If your company is VAT registered, switch the toggle on and enter your VAT number. Finally, add your billing address. Click Save and Continue to move on. Next, add your team members. You can give each person a different level of access. Add someone as a firm administrator for full access or as a standard user with a more limited view. For standard users, you can selectively expand their permissions to include firm-level access.
Teams access. Create and manage teams under the firm. Firm cases access. View every case across the firm. Firm illing access. View billing information and invoices. Firm account access. Make changes to the firm name and profile settings. Every standard user can already view core firm details by default. This permission lets them edit them. Firm tickets access. Although any user can raise a support ticket, this permission lets them see firm-wide tickets, comment on them, and track their status. Add as many users as you need. If your firm previously used SDLT Check 1.0, your users were carried across to 2.0 during migration. You don't need to re-add them. To adjust anyone's access later, open the firm page, then promote or demote them between administrator and standard user, or fine-tune their permissions there. When you've finished, click Save and Continue.
The last step is a short walkthrough video giving you a quick tour of the platform. Watch it now or skip it and return to it any time from the user guide. When you're ready, click Finish Setup to complete onboarding and start using SDLT Check. This is the SDLT Check dashboard. The analytics cards across the top give you an at-a-glance view of your firm's activity, the number of cases, your case pipeline, case trends across different time periods, weekly statistics, and more. On the left is the main navigation menu. At the top is Overview, the dashboard you're looking at now. Below it, Cases is where you view and manage every case. Calendar shows the upcoming completion dates for your cases and lets you adjust them. Firm is where you manage your firm's details, and Support Tickets is where you raise and track tickets with our support team.
The top right corner is your user menu. From here, you can reach your profile, your settings, the change log, the user guide, and the integration and automation page. We'll cover each of these as we go. Open the Firm page from the left sidebar and you'll land on the Overview tab. This gives you a summary of your firm, along with key statistics about the cases held under it. The Members tab lists everyone in your firm and lets you add new people. Adding a member works exactly as it did during onboarding. Choose a firm administrator or a standard user and set the permissions that suit their role. You can also edit an existing member's permissions here or remove someone from the firm altogether. The Cases tab shows all of your firm's cases in one place. Think of this as a firm-level overview rather than your day-to-day workspace. The main place for managing individual cases is the Cases page, which we'll come to shortly. The Teams tab is where you create and manage teams within your firm. Teams are a great way to organize cases and users, especially when different groups work independently. You can create a team for each group and assign the right people to it. To create one, click Add Team.
Enter the team name and decide whether it should be active straight away. Leave Team is active ticked to activate it now, or untick it to keep the team dormant until you're ready. You can also add a logo if the team has its own branding. Click Create Team to finish. Clicking into a team opens its details page, which mirrors the firm page but scoped to that team. You can add team members here and view the team's cases under its own Cases tab. You can even create sub-teams within a team. The structure is fully recursive, so you can nest teams as deeply as your firm needs.
The Billing tab is where you view and update your firm's billing information, make changes when needed, and review your invoices and payment history. The Invoices tab gathers all of your invoices in one place. From here, you can open any invoice in full or download it for your records. The Emails tab shows every email exchanged between SDLT Check and your firm's users, including whether each one was delivered successfully. Click any email to see its full details. Note, for this demonstration, we're using email addresses that don't exist, so you'll see the messages here marked as bounced. From the Members tab, click any user to open their details page. Here you'll find their profile, their cases, the notifications they've been sent, their activity, and their security details. From the Security tab, you can send the user a magic link to sign in or trigger a password reset on their behalf. The Cases page is where you view and manage all of your cases. You can search and filter to find exactly the one you need. To create a case, click New Case. Enter the case reference. This can be the property address or your own internal reference, followed by the client's name, their email, and optionally their phone number. Then choose an assignee. As an administrator, you can assign the case to any user in your firm. By default, the case is assigned to you. The assignee receives all notifications about the case and can access and manage it. Make sure the reference is unique and hasn't been used before. When you're ready, click Create Case. Once created, the case appears in your list as a new case, and the client automatically receives an email with a link to the questionnaire, where they fill in the property details and answer questions about the transaction.
On the right of each row is a kebab menu. From there, you can open the case details, view the form to complete the questionnaire yourself instead of the client, or resend the invite if the client hasn't received it. Clicking a case opens its details page. Here you'll find everything about the case, the reference, the client's details, the assignee, and the team it belongs to. If anything was entered incorrectly, you can update the client's name, email, and phone number here. The page also carries a set of tabs for everything connected to the case. In Comments and Notes, you can leave a comment for your colleagues. If you leave the internal option switched off, that comment will also appear on the calculation report. The Tickets tab lets you raise a support ticket tied specifically to this case, and the Emails tab shows all email correspondence for the case, including the invite sent to the client and the assignee. Along the top are the action buttons. View Form opens the client's questionnaire, which you can also complete on their behalf. Mark as fell through archives the case if the transaction collapses. You can resend the client invite, and the arrow buttons let you move to the next or previous case, respecting any filters you've applied on the Cases page. Once the questionnaire is submitted, more tabs appear, including the tax report and the case details update to reflect the new information. Let's complete the questionnaire on the client's behalf. Click View Form to open it. The form gathers the property details, the purchaser details, and additional information about the transaction. It's designed to be intuitive and self-explanatory, with helper text on certain questions to make clear what's needed. Questions appear conditionally based on earlier answers, so you'll only ever see the ones relevant to your case. Answer each question carefully and accurately. Your answers feed directly into the calculation and the report. If you're unsure about anything, reach out to our support team. When every section is complete, add any further information in the box provided, tick the declaration, and click Review Answers. Take a moment to check everything. You can go back and change any answer. Once you're happy, click Submit and Calculate. A summary of the calculation then appears on the Case Details tab, with the full breakdown on the Report tab. Straightforward cases produce a report immediately. Complex cases that need expert input are reviewed by our team, who'll prepare the report for you. When it's ready, you and your client both receive a notification email with the report attached. The Report tab shows the full SDLT calculation for the case, which you can download as a PDF to share with your client. You'll see the calculation broken down band by band, along with the total consideration and the tax due. On the right, you can review the answers that were provided in the questionnaire.
The Reliefs tab lists any reliefs that have been applied to the case, together with the detail behind each one. The SDLT Submission tab is where you prepare an SDLT submission return and submit it to HMRC directly from the platform. A detailed video on creating and submitting an SDLT return is available in the Help dialog on this tab.
The Form Submissions tab records every submission for the case. If the questionnaire is submitted more than once to update information, each version is listed here, along with the changes that were made. The Consultation Bookings tab comes into play for complex cases under Expert Review. If our expert needs more information and a call with your client would help, we'll invite your client to book a consultation, and those bookings appear here. The Documents tab holds all files connected to the case, and you can upload your own here too. Where the questionnaire asks for file uploads, those files also appear here for you and our expert team to review. Every case moves through a series of stages from creation to closure. The Stages History tab shows each stage the case has passed through and exactly when each change happened. Once the questionnaire is submitted, a new action button appears in the header, Confirm Completion Date. The completion date is required information for the SDLT return, so confirming it here updates the case details and carries through to the SDLT1 form when you create it. This is the same effective date you or your client entered in the questionnaire, and this is a quick way to amend it if it has changed. If the date is in the past, you must tick the confirmation box, which locks the date in. If the date is in the future, you can leave the box unticked, so you can adjust it later if you need to. The Calendar page presents your case's completion dates in a month view. Move between months to see what's coming up, and keep an eye on the dates that need your attention.
Open the User menu in the top right corner and select Profile. Here you can change your name, upload an avatar, and review your account details, including your email and when you last logged in. The Settings page is where you manage your account security and notifications. Two-factor authentication. Enable 2FA here using any authenticator app, such as Google Authenticator or Authy. Just scan the QR code. With 2FA on, you'll enter a 6-digit code from your app each time you log in, adding an extra layer of protection. API keys. Create API key and secret pairs to integrate SDLT Check with your own systems or CRM. You can create more than one key and revoke or delete a pair at any time if you suspect it's been compromised. Be sure to copy the secret and store it somewhere safe. It's shown only once and can't be retrieved after you close the dialog. Password. Change your password here. If you've only ever signed in with a magic link, you can set a password for the first time. If you already have one, you'll need to enter your current password before setting a new one. Sessions. Review and manage your active sessions. If you think your account is signed in on another device, you can sign out of those sessions from here. The changelog lists every update to the platform, new features, improvements, and bug fixes as they're released, so you can always keep up with what's changed. The user guide brings together detailed guides and video tutorials for using the platform. We're adding to it continually, so it's the first place to look whenever you have a question about how something works. The Integration and Automation page covers the two ways to connect SDLT Check to your existing tools.
The first is the REST API, which you can use to send and retrieve information programmatically, creating cases, fetching case details, and more. The second is email intake, designed mainly for populating SDLT1 information via an email template. Add the template to your CRM or case management system using the details on this page. Each email must include the case reference and the client email, and both must match exactly what's held in SDLT Check. That's how we identify the case and attach the information to it. Everything you need is on this page, including the full API documentation and the email intake details. If you have any questions about either, our support team is happy to help. Email intake lets your CRM populate SDLT1 information automatically. No API key, no login. Your CRM admin sets up an email template once, and from then on, whenever a case is ready, the CRM emails the SDLT1 fields to SDLT Check and we fill them in on the matching case. Every email must contain two identifying lines, the case reference and the client email, each matching exactly what's stored in SDLT Check.
We look the case up on both. If they don't match, the email is logged and dropped. No reply is sent because we can't confirm who it's for. This is a one-shot data drop rather than a back and forth. Send what you have once, and we merge it on top of whatever's already filled in. If anything is still missing, the solicitor on the case receives an email telling them how many fields are outstanding, which they can complete in the portal or by sending another email from the CRM.
Finally, the Support Tickets page, accessible from the left sidebar, is where you raise and track tickets with our support team. Whenever you have a question, hit a problem, or need a hand with anything on the platform, create a ticket here and our team will get back to you as soon as possible. That's the full tour of SDLT Check. You now know how to set up your firm, manage users and teams, create and complete cases, read your reports, and connect SDLT Check to your own systems. If anything comes up along the way, the user guide and our support team are always there to help. Thanks for watching.